Hello to all of you. We're so glad you came our way. We hope our time with you will be a blessing and increase your understanding of the Bible. If you would like to donate and help grow this ministry, please check the options below. And folks, we will send you a free copy of our booklet, Training Your Children in the Way They Should Go. Thank you so much. And now let's enjoy some questions and answers from the Bible. This is Dick and Nancy. We're back again from the country chapel on our small farm nestled right next to the town of Ottumwa, Iowa. Southeast of Des Moines, about 80-90 miles. But anyway, we're glad to be back. We're glad you're with us. We have some more questions. And by the way, read ahead so that you can be sharp and quick and maybe beat Nancy at the draw on these questions. Question number 1 in chapter 2 of Matthew. Where was Jesus born?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Remember earlier in our study with Genesis, there was someone who died here. Remember who? Rachel. She died here in the bloodline of Jesus, of course, and she died and Jesus was born here. Life terminated and life begun here. Anyway, who was king in those days?
Herod.
Herod. A name never to be forgotten. Who came from the east?
The wise men.
Wise men, known for their understanding and knowledge. What caused these men to travel so far?
Well, they had seen the star.
Seen the Lord's star. A lot has been said about that. All the ups and downs of thought, I just accept the fact, like a lot of other things of the Bible, that's what happened. These men needed direction, and the Lord made sure, the God of heaven made sure that these men got to where they were supposed to go. That's as simple as I can put it. Next, what was their purpose for coming?
Well, they wanted to worship this Jesus.
Yes, they came those many miles. I don't know, 500, 700, 800 miles. Would you go that far to worship Jesus?
On a camel?
On a camel? Would it be, hey, how about Sunday morning when you wake up? Or any other time? How hard is it to travel just a few miles? I can remember years back when I was so much younger and had a body that could go with it. We were eager to go to any meeting where we heard about the truth that makes you free. What was Herod's reaction to the wise men?
Well, he was troubled over that because he got to wondering about that, so he gathered his advisors in to check it out.
Yeah, he was such a tyrannical, hateful, terrible type of man.
Who is this?
Here.
Herod. Herod. It just makes you cringe. I'd like to say more, but I guess I shouldn't at this time. But he was a man who deserved to not be. I will say this, that history says that he had people killed at his funeral time so that there'd be somebody who would mourn for him. Something else. What was their answer to this Herod?
Well, they reminded him that the prophets had predicted that this child was going to be born in Bethlehem.
Boy, this was starting to ruffle his ruffles.
He was worried.
Yeah. What private instructions did Herod give the wise men?
Oh, go find the child so I can go worship him too.
Yeah, tell me more. That sounds good. Now, wouldn't you like a lot of people to say the same thing from here to Washington, D.C. and around the world? But I'm afraid so many would have the wrong motive. Anyway, the wise men traveled to Jesus and brought what 3 gifts?
We know them as gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Yes.
Very important.
Very important because of their value, and this could be used to secure a livelihood for Jesus and his parents when they fled to Egypt. When they left, Jesus, here in Bethlehem, what way did they go?
They went another way.
Another way, let me out of here. They figured, and let me tell you folks, God is in the mix, and he can cause you to think the right things, and he can cause other people to think what they ought to be thinking, so that the better will turn out if we just wait on God. Next question. After this, what does an angel tell Joseph to do?
He says, I want you to get out of here and go to Egypt quickly.
Get out, get out, get out. God was taking care of his son on earth. Yes. How long did Jesus stay in Egypt?
Until Herod died.
Until the madman was no more. What was Herod's reaction when the wise men didn't return to him?
Well, he was really upset. He says, I want you to go out and kill all the babies 2 years old and under. That'll fix that. That was awful.
That's the kind of man he was. You know, when people want power and money and are tyrannical over people, they don't care how many are hurt or even killed because of it. Somewhere in history I read where World War II over in Europe caused 22 million deaths. Deaths that did not have to be. And those who caused all that ended up dead themselves. Now, how much have you gained in life if you lose so much at the end of life? Was this a fulfillment of prophecy?
Yes, it was.
See, here's Matthew's attempt to show how Jesus fulfilled prophecy, like born of a virgin, flee to Egypt, and so on. Getting pretty close to the end here. What did an angel tell Joseph at this time?
He said, get up and go back. And go back to the land of Israel. It's okay now.
Yes. So the parents of Jesus and our Lord were being guided by the presence of God. And believe me, folks, in Hebrews 1, we are told that we have angels. At least one angel. I think it takes more than 1 or 2 angels for me and Nancy. But anyway, we have angels that do some caring for us. And I hope you realize that too. This thing's bigger than we realize. Oh my, the very last question for this chapter. What city did they return to?
Merith. But I don't know what that is.
Nazareth.
Oh. I read that wrong.
Hey folks. Nancy needs a nap.
Oh.
That's the typewriter. That's my Nancy. And look, I have to cover for her. She covers for me. Anyway, Nazareth, verse 23. You knew that before Nancy knew it. So good for you. That ends the 2nd chapter of Matthew. And I hope you enjoyed it. We did. So tune in Come back the next time, read ahead, tell somebody else to sit with you as you go through these questions, or have them do it where they are on the computer. So we're pleased, you're happy, let's keep enjoying it together. So long.